going round, gotta clear out of town. Smell like a traffic boat. Here come the law, gonna break down the door. Tearing me away once more. Never want it anymore. Gotta get away from the stone cold floor. Crazy, stone cold crazy, you know.
Game on!
Game on!
So week 4. Hi. Welcome to Top Shelf. I'm Captain Morgan. This is Joliet Jake. And sorry about last week. Old Freckles had the sniffles there. Wasn't feeling good, so we had to take the day off. And unfortunately, after putting this out after Wednesday, it's kind of pointless because we talk a lot about rivalry night. So let's jump into it. What do you want to talk about first? You want to cover Wednesday or hold that till the end?
We'll do that at the end.
Hold that till the end.
Do a little, just a quick little catch up. Things that we did miss from not doing last week's show.
Right.
One of the big deals that got announced. Oilers coach Todd McClellan announced 2016 United States of America World Cup coach. So it'll be cool. I mean, seeing some of the stuff he's doing in Edmonton right now. I mean, if you watch any highlight clips at all, you're bound to see some of the Oilers doing some work. So hopefully you can get some momentum going, throw that in. USA, see what we can do with that.
Connor had a nice goal. The one we just watched, yeah.
So, Connor's starting to do, what'd you say, Connor things?
Things. Yeah. Connor doing Connor things. So, yeah, that's big news for Edmonton. You know what I mean? That's going to be a nice little tip of the cap right there.
Also, big news last week, big for the Sharks at least. Couture breaking his leg. He's out. Was it right fibula, just above the ankle? So, never know how long that's really going to take to heal.
I don't think we're going to see him come back this season. It's not so much the heal; it's the rehab, it's the PT. You know what I mean? That's a lengthy.
And
injury.
that's a tough hit to take, especially with the way that San Jose has been playing.
Yeah,
they're really making that bid for that Western Conference. They want to take it.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, they're still sitting in second place.
That's true.
True. It just sucks when you have a big guy like that go down.
And tap of the stick to you, good sir, for calling the Coyotes being
third in the Pacific, man.
I mean, we both said to look out for Dallas, but you specifically drove home the Coyotes.
Boddicker got his hat trick against the Senators, which broke their 4-game losing streak, which was. It's like, come on, Oates. It's like, I said you were going to do great things. I don't want to see you move to Seattle or Vegas or wherever the hell it's going to go. But
I'm not against them moving to Seattle. Sorry, Arizona. I doubt we have anybody in Arizona watching this. But whatever, just in the off chance that like somebody from down here is originally from Arizona. Apologies all around. If you guys keep the team, then great. But I think Seattle deserves an NHL team.
Well, and the thing
is this a little product placement right here?
Oh, this is my brother, Blindstein Comedy. Check him out, blindstein.com.
Oh yeah, I'll put it down there. There we go.
Shameless.
Yeah. By the way, Top Shelf, as always, is brought to you by
Southside 17. Southside 17.
But anyway, back to Seattle. I think they deserve a team.
And one of the rumors that I read was that they're trying to set it up because they've been looking at getting an NBA team back in there since the Sonics left. Yeah. And, there was talk about the Thunder moving back and this, that, and the other. The city is really looking to do a package deal. They want to be able to put an NBA and an NHL team. That way they can justify spending money.
Yeah, on the stadium.
On the arena.
The arena stadium.
But, so, I mean, it's curious to see what will happen here in the next, give it a year, 2 years. I think Seattle's going to make a bid to be another sports town again.
I'm all for them getting a team. I don't want them to create a new team, though. I think we're good at 30 and keep it at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
odd man out, you don't want that.
Yeah, there's definitely franchises that could stand to move. Obviously, Panthers. But
For Panthers.
Yeah, but honestly, I think the Coyotes would do well. You're still in West Coast. It's just
so it's not really going to change it up all that much.
No,
but
it wouldn't.
But at the same time, man, Oates, go win a cup. Say keep us here in Arizona.
True, and then that lady can get like right up in front of the what was it, the Arizona like committee or state committee or whatever, and like flip out again and a Coyote shit. That was awesome. If she's watching, then absolutely, Arizona, stay. Don't come after me, crazy lady.
Don't want to hear anything down here.
Yeah, no, she was brutal. But yeah, on my end, Zach Ronaldo not facing suspension for the hit again. Crap, I forgot who we hit during the Flyers game. Couturier.
Yeah.
Sean Couturier.
Yeah.
So
See, tail end of the period, there's a defenseless player, Couturier, and you see how Ronaldo just explodes up into the face area, right there.
I'll admit that even though I'm a Bruins fan, I was agreed with that he would get suspended just because his history as a knee-jerk reaction, and it did look like a nasty hit. But it was.
He's a boss.
It was, yeah.
Every hit coming in full speed next to the boards.
That's true.
Especially when you're throwing a hip, which is the 5 minute. You can't throw the hip like that.
Yeah. And he did. Well, he led with the shoulder. It was just an unfortunate way that his body kind of followed through with it.
He launched it.
Yeah. But he didn't come off the ice. He didn't target the head. There was no elbowing. His elbow was tucked in. And they can't call interference because Couturier touched the puck right as the best.
before.
And Ronaldo was following the puck into the hit. So there was no charging. The NHL broke it down, and I got to agree with their call. Thankfully, obviously, he is still a Bruin right now. I wasn't a fan of him. I'm not generally a fan of him. But while he's wearing my colors, I got to root for him. So, I'm happy that he didn't get suspended. At first, I'll openly admit, I totally thought he was going to get suspended given his past. And that's why a lot of people had that knee-jerk reaction.
It's just good to see somebody picking up the dirty work now that Luch is gone.
Yeah. I honestly...
I say that sarcastically, you dirty bastard.
I don't care. I'm all for it. We need dirty players right now. 3-3-1. We gotta pick it up. Whatever's gonna work. Obviously, defense is still a major issue, and I think getting a little dirty on the ice might rile them up a little bit. When they get angry, they get angry. They when they win, they put points on the board. Like they're one of two teams. It doesn't matter. Like they're gonna go out there and they're gonna let up games, or they're gonna go up there and put up 5 points on the board. And it's ridiculous.
Well, while we're saying that, I mean the Flyers are looking
really
like a different team
really
than they
good.
were the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like,
For the exception of that game Wednesday, Mason has been really good. We kind of had his number for 2.5 periods, but then he held it down and they ended up beating us in OT. They got an excellent team.
which
Claude
is
Giroux
a
with that. minute. Stein's
One thing I want to say about the Flyers before we address this is that Neuwirth on the IR.
Neuwirth, yeah.
Yeah, on the IR.
Which is unfortunate.
Which means Mason is going to have to step his game up.
But you know what? In pressure situations, and I'll throw my guys under the bus because it is what it is. Wednesday night, that's what happened. They were all over Mason for
well, that's when the injury happened.
Yeah,
That's Wednesday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mason came out and he was just. He couldn't stop anything. Like the goals he let in were sloppy, and then even the saves he was making was like, oh, that almost, you know what I mean? That almost went. And then the bottom fell out, and Mason completely locked it down. They ended up winning an OT, and
thanks to a nice little sniper shot from Wayne Simmons. That's the Bruins record, by the way, right there.
Thanks.
On their way to 10. All right, as of Tuesday night's game, we'll know if they're going to be one of two other teams that have done 10 straight on the start. The only two teams in the NHL who have ever achieved a 10-game start were the 93 Toronto Maple Leafs and the 06 Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, I know it's weird that the Buffalo Sabres have a 10-start record. He knows what I'm talking about. But, I mean, right now they are just absolutely murdering everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter. In conference, in division, they're just killing it right now. And 18 points. That's most points in the whole league. 18 points. You got 9 straight wins. You got no losses, no ties, no overtimes. They're getting the job done. They're getting it done in 3 periods. And until you can start to shut it down, they're the team to watch right now. Very sad, because we all know how everybody really feels about Montreal. That being said,
it's weird. I fell asleep for a minute. What are we talking about? Nothing.
Wait,
That's
I blacked
awesome.
out. What happened?
So,
not a dream.
The last news for the Bruins. I guess I'll get it out of the way just so we don't have to talk about them anymore because I know I tend I tend to hog screen time with the Bees, but
Yeah.
their Winter Classic jersey was announced and shown this week, and I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm not really a fan. I mean, I dig the logo, but it's the style of the jersey that's messing with me.
I like the bear.
Yeah,
I like the
I
bear's
dig
back,
the logo. Yeah,
but it reminds me of the Steelers' shitty bumblebee.
Yeah,
uniform. Like
yeah.
it's just not proportionate right. Like it.
The picture I showed you is of Zdeno Chara wearing it. Obviously, if you don't know who that is, then
He's the
you're
tree
not
on
watching
skates.
hockey.
Yeah.
And it just hangs weird. I don't know. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like even a hockey jersey. It looks like a long sleeve T-shirt. It's the neck. There's no ties, whatever. But
Which
it's
nothing
not
against
even a
long sleeve
V-neck.
T-shirts. Just not on ice.
Sure, yeah, but it just, I don't know.
In case there's any shirt enthusiasts out there, don't want to offend you.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't want to get any angry tweets. But
Still don't know what that is.
Still don't know what that is.
Still don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan. It could be worse. It could be way worse. But I don't know. I don't understand why, if they were gonna go that route, why they didn't go with the design from like the 48.
I don't know,
jerseys
something
and stuff like that.
classic because it's the
Yeah.
Winter Classic.
Yeah. They're hit or miss. I honestly, I got to throw your guys under the bus for a second. Last year, I wasn't impressed
I
with
liked
your
last
Winter
year's.
Classic.
I dug it. They brought the laces back and the
Well,
cream
it's just-
color. I liked it.
Your jerseys tend to not change much because you guys admittedly have probably the best jersey in hockey.
Yeah, I mean, we look good.
But you look at like the Capitals. The Capitals jersey game was up here last year. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a great jersey. But yeah,
I mean, so was their playing the game too. I mean, shit. That was womp womp womp.
But yeah, no. If you get a difference of opinion, let us know. What do you think of the Bruins Winter Classic? Montreal hasn't released theirs yet. I can't imagine it's going to change much. They're another one where they don't mess with anything.
Which is almost one of those situations where it's like, you know what? Go undefeated till the Winter Classic. I want you to win every game until we play you. They did pull that off and set some records. How sweet would that be to get them that first loss in the Winter Classic, though?
Yeah, but that's way late in the season, dude.
I'm just saying.
It's 3 months from now. That's
Stranger
all
things,
right. That's like 2 months from
yeah,
now. But
stranger
still,
things could happen.
I
That's
don't
all
want
I'm
to see
saying.
2 months of Montreal just being Montreal. I will say though, as much as I hate to admit it, Pacioretty's goal against Toronto the other night was just fire. That shorthander he scored, Bernier just looking at him like
what?
it's just wow. Oh,
I know what
I
you're talking
hate
about.
to see those kind of goals because I can't hate it, and there's nothing as a Boston fan I can say that even redeems that slightly. It was just a beast of a goal. Speaking of goals and goaltenders and whatnot, we have Brick Wall of the Week.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
And what we're going to do is we have 4 candidates this week. We've got Jonathan Quick and his amazing, basically game saver save against Edmonton.
Entire glove. We'll try to get other angles. It's very difficult to see.
Can't go glove side on Quick.
No, you can't. We got Lundqvist with another coming from behind the net goal. Save, rather.
Call those the
Unbelievable.
Crawfords.
Yeah, I call those the Crawfords.
Save. That is an absolute beauty. All that net. Duclair. Stop the Duke.
Stay in the net.
Stay
We have Anderson making a beautiful stick save.
Brodin fires Dumba, robbed on the rebound. A sprawling save by Anderson. He sets it up a little bit, doesn't wait too long. Oh my.
Which is my personal favorite of the week. So that's
That was a good one. And the 4th one we have is Cam Wood for Carolina.
The chance, the drop, there it is. And oh!
Hey, look at that. Excellent stick save. Along the same lines as Anderson's save. Great stuff. I'm going to pick Ward. Just because I've come to expect these things from Quick and Lundqvist and even Anderson. Ward doesn't often make crazy awesome saves, so I feel like when he does, he gets a little tap of the stick.
I'll give you the pride. Like, you know, the Hurricanes don't get too much hype.
No,
So
they
I
don't.
mean,
And they don't have a terrible team. I've never that literally is the fan base down here. Like if somebody's going to lose a hockey team, I'm just saying because they don't have a terrible team and they don't get a lot of hype.
So I'll give you Ward on that, like, as in, like, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't do it often, but when he does, it's.
But with that being said, Anderson making moves like that with the way that Anaheim has been struggling in the West, I really like the more.
Yeah, that's what.
The more hype that he can build, and the more momentum, you know, that they can get without dropping gloves,
and that's a confidence
you know.
booster. You know what I mean? When you can pull something off like that.
And I mean, all four of them great saves.
Excellent.
All four of them
Yeah,
great saves.
All four of them.
And anytime you can actually get a goalie hot, moving, making highlight reels, then it's good for the club.
Right.
I mean, it's the same thing. I feel like an epic top, you know, brick wall fucking save is the same as like dropping gloves and having a guy who's almost a goon. I mean, it's a good way to turn things.
It pumps
around.
the team up. It
Yeah.
pumps the team up. You want to see your netminder do something cool.
Yeah, I mean, look at New York. New York's riding Lundqvist like it's their job.
I mean, that you know, for me, it's when I go back and watch when the Bruins went up against the Capitals back when, you know, Holtby versus Thomas. And Thomas was the hot goaltender going into that series. And then Brayden Holtby, who no one had ever heard of, got called up from Hershey. And then just absolutely went bananas on the ice. Even Timmy was looking down like, we can do that? We're allowed? Like,
Well, that's like Darling last year.
Yeah.
For, I mean, stepping in cold
Yeah.
in the playoffs and shutout game.
Absolutely.
If you have somebody who can do that for your team, it keeps that momentum from going fading. That's why we're huge on goalie talk here,
Yeah.
obviously,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
haven't caught on to
Oh,
that
yeah.
the last couple of weeks.
There's just something about a beautiful save, like those four that you just saw, just absolutely gorgeous. And so yeah, you're gonna go with Anderson.
I'm gonna go with Anderson.
I'm gonna go with Ward. So we got like a where they're sharing the title this week for Brick Wall. So
Tell us what you think. You can break the
Brick
tie.
Walls. Yeah, absolutely. You know, tweet and comment and all of that.
What's our tweet at?
Face page? It's there. I'm not, yeah.
I don't know.
Movie magic. But yeah, as always, you know, just shameless plug again. Brought to you by Southside 17.
Southside
this
17.
is Top Shelf, and we meet every Wednesdays and Saturday nights. Wednesday is rivalry night, as always. Definitely when you're there. He's going to be behind bar. He's your bartender, Stein.
I would like to talk about a couple of rookies. Just so happen to be in two separate conferences.
Mhm.
But Dylan in Detroit is doing a fantastic job. 19 years old in the league. You know, as of last week, they were in second division. He had already scored a goal in his first two games. Like, you know, he's coming along, adjusting to the league very well. I think
Right.
for a 19-year-old young
Right.
kid.
Yeah,
who
yeah.
Really,
That's a road. I mean, it took Tyler Seguin years. You know what I mean?
Well, and I mean, and the person that I was going to contrast that to is obviously Pennerin
Yeah.
in Chicago,
Who's lighting it up.
who is just killing it. I mean, he's got 2 goals, 8 points. Already just really, really adjusting. He's found his home on the second line, playing left wing across
Right.
from Patrick Kane.
Right.
Doesn't hurt when your other wing
two
is
of them-
Patrick Kane.
the two of them match up really well.
But I mean, you know, he had his time over in the KHL,
Yeah.
and so I mean, when he was playing with big boys over there, and he had every coach tell him that he wasn't big enough, and he needed to gain more weight, and you're not going to make it in a league, you're
Right.
not going to be a professional, and I feel like that's kind of along the same line. I mean, Dylan's a little bigger, and he's got a little more size and a little more power, but I mean, the two of them I think are definitely the future of the NHL.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where they end up down the road, whatever club they're with is always going to have a chance.
Barring unforeseen circumstances, obviously.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, I don't,
injuries
yeah,
and whatnot.
Yeah, here I am giving them the death kiss.
Yeah, right. Anyway, yeah, Panarin seems to have cooled down a little bit on the goal scoring, but it's not bad when you consider cooled down. You still got 8 points in 4 weeks. That's
Yeah.
you know, that's pretty good. What do you see Panarin doing? You know, come the All-Star break, you see him still on second line, Kane?
I think Q's going to leave him there as long as he's, you know, doing the job. And when you have somebody working the ice like he does, I mean, he's not afraid to come right at you. And
He
even
really
Taze,
isn't.
Taze has been quoted in a couple of different interviews where he's like, he just goes to the right area of the ice. Like
he knows
just-
what to do.
He
He's got
knows
it.
where to be. If he's got the puck and if he beats you on a fast break 1-on-1 and he's coming at you, he's coming at you. He's not
Yeah.
he's not going to get cute with it and dump it off and try to send it over, even though he might have Kane's right there. They get a 2-on-1, you know.
And he's learning from Kane's play style, which is very similar to Panarin's anyway. So,
And that's the thing.
They
I
complement
think,
each other
I think
really
he
well.
stays on that line as long as they're not getting their mojos crossed.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have something working for you, don't start messing
Yeah, if
around.
it's not broke, don't fix
But
it.
also, Quillenville's been known to just do outlandish things with the roster and a lineup. So
Panarin, you're on defense tonight.
Hey,
We're
by
going
the
to see
way-
what happens.
we're putting you in net.
But, we want to hear from you guys. I want to take a moment to, we want to hear some comments, Facebook, Twitter. Give us your insights. Tell us who's your team. Or just come right to the bar. Talk to us. And,
If you bring it up, we'll bring it up.
yeah, dude, this is what we do when he's at work. I was supposed to say work.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't work there. I don't work there. Only he works there. And when we're in that establishment, him
Southside 17.
him respectively doing his job, this is pretty much what we do. Is we just talk about it. So if you see us there, which you will on Wednesdays and Saturdays, come talk to us and let us know what you want us to talk about here. If you feel there's a thing we're not covering a lot of, as far as a certain team or even a certain division, we might not be. Like we said, we're non-professionals. We don't get paid to do this. What else? So Wednesday night, we got rivalry, and we got 3 games, but the 2 big ones, the rivalry games, we got Pittsburgh at Washington, and
8 o'clock NBC Sports. Doesn't really matter because we'll have it on whatever TV.
Mm-hmm. Nashville at San Jose is the 10 o'clock game. Pittsburgh, Washington. Who you got? Yeah,
Why you gotta
I
throw me
know,
a
right?
loaded
The
question
hot
like
seat.
this?
The hot seat.
All
If
right.
you guys hadn't figured out, by the way, because this is like the 3rd video where we made sly comments about Pittsburgh. He is a Blackhawks fan. He doesn't like Pittsburgh, but his old lady does. So
She gave me a baby, man.
you have journalistic integrity, sir. You have to.
Okay. Point being, it's that rivalry. It's the Metropolitan Division. It's going to be one of those just.
Not
I
gonna
mean-
drag out.
The Pens are sitting in the 6th spot. Washington's sitting in the 2 spot. I mean, call it what it is. You know who's playing better right now. I mean, they've got, what is it? I think 12 points in Washington, 8 points in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So, I mean, and when it comes down to the division, even this early in the season, every point matters.
It
Because
does.
that's how you're working in that wild card.
That's how you
at the
get a
end.
run. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
And so I think Pittsburgh's trying to move things around and get to a place where they're not constantly pushing for an overtime. It's like I feel like they keep playing and playing and playing, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll take it to OT, or we'll come back, go to OT." Not a single
you
overtime
can't-
game all year. They haven't
Yeah.
played a single overtime game all year.
and you can't pull that anymore now.
You
with 3-on-3.
cannot wait till the end to start playing hockey, and that's what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh of old, coming out, pop you in the mouth, 2 goals off the rip, and you're already down.
Yeah.
They're not doing that this year. And so I really think that it's really, really important for them to get out fast. Now, with that also being said, Washington doesn't have any overtimes either, but for the exact opposite reason.
Yeah,
They're coming out, they're scoring goals, and they're doing work.
They're
quick.
putting it away.
Ovechkin has
Ovechkin
been
doing
awesome.
Ovechkin things.
Like,
just his goals are never not pretty. Like his goals are always gorgeous.
but no, I think Washington takes it.
I gotta agree with you there. I'm gonna go for Washington as well. Just because there's just no stopping Ovechkin when he wants.
Maybe the
when he
Pens
wants
can
a
turn
goal.
a frown upside down, but
Kessel's
gonna be tough to
gonna
do.
turn it on. Kessel's gonna turn it on. I mean, he's been trying, but he's not.
Caps are at home too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's at Washington.
another hard to beat them at home. They're
Yeah.
another one of those teams.
I
that's
think they're
just,
going to come out. I'm gonna say they're going to go into the 3rd with at least a 2-goal lead.
Wow. All right.
I just they're on fire right now, and I feel like they're about to go on a serious run. Maybe not a run of a certain other Eastern Division team, which I don't want to talk about. But I think they're going to go on a run.
All right. West Coast rival. What you call it?
Nashville and San Jose. I'm gonna go with San Jose. I know Nashville's on their little hot streak right now, and Pekka Rinne is Pekka Rinne. But I don't know. I'm hoping for an upset. I like San Jose more than I like Nashville. I'll admit that I'm a little bit biased on that one. I don't hate
Biased
Nashville.
on it, yeah.
But I want to see an upset. I think that's what's going to go on. Is everybody's going to think Nashville's got the lock on that? Put it in the books. But I'm going to root for the underdog on that game.
I mean, when you look at the stats, only 3 points separate them.
Yeah.
Nashville's got 13 points so far.
Yeah, San Jose hasn't been.
San Jose's got 10.
They're not they're not the team to sleep on at all.
I mean, also San Jose, no overtimes yet. They've won everything regulation.
Yep.
Nashville, they've got 1 overtime, so it's not like, which actually could turn out to be the game changer, in my opinion, because I think it's going to be that really tight game, and you're going into that OT 3-on-3. Nashville's already done it once.
Right.
San Jose hasn't really had a chance. I mean, yeah, you're practicing it, but once it gets real-time game time, you don't. I mean, it's good to have already experienced it once.
I think I'd have to agree with you on that one. I think I'll have to amend it. If it's going to end in regulation, I want to see San Jose take it. But
Absolutely,
I think if it goes to OT.
I think the Sharks have it. Personally, I think they're going to take the win. But with the way Nashville's been playing, I think they're going to force it, and it's going to be a full-length game.
Yeah.
And if it does go OT, Nashville's got the advantage. I'm going to have to give it to the Predators.
Yeah, Reg, San Jose, OT, Nashville.
And that's not a cop-out. We really believe that.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a matter of experience. 3-on-3 is new to everybody, and everybody's got to get used to it. So if you got even one game,
and the more opportunities you get to do it, the more you figure it out, and the easier it gets.
Right.
I mean, it's just like the shootout. I mean,
right.
You go in early in the season and you play a team that's already been at 3 shootouts. You know what your lineup's going to be. You know what your roster's going to be.
Yeah, they got their shootout lineup already set.
So I mean, it's one of those things where it's just the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We'll see what happens. It's great hockey either way.
How long do you think until where's your first goal? First, second, or third period?
Nashville, San Jose.
Yeah.
3/4 of the way through the first. San Jose scores first.
Wow.
First blood.
Who do you think takes it? Hot take of the week.
Man.
Give me something. I'm gonna go with Big Joe.
You think so?
I'm just because I'm stay loyal. I've always liked Joe Thornton. Yeah.
You know what? I like Thornton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
We'll
do it.
go
Thornton.
Big Joe.
3/4 into the first.
Go with Big Joe.
Why not?
So
If we're wrong,
if you're watching
it's
Thornton,
the future.
So if you're watching Thornton, we got no money on you.
Yeah. And that would be illegal.
Yes, that would be illegal.
But however, we are talking about, now that we've done that, I do not want to leave out any of the Canadian fans. Calgary is playing Ottawa at 7:30.
Sure. It's just not a rivalry game. That's
just,
why we kind of brushed over it. But
it is a game. We will have it on Southside 17.
Absolutely.
Wednesday night, 7:30 game. So I mean, if you're coming out, like I said,
Who do you think takes that?
I'm giving that one to the Senators. They're too good.
Really,
right now.
I'm actually going to go with Calgary on that.
Really, I think they're too good right now.
I'm not saying you're not right. They absolutely are. It's just I think there might be another upset.
I just think that all 3 lines in Ottawa are working consistently.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And so,
I'll give you that. A lot of production in Calgary is kind of resting on Johnny Gaudreau right now. So, you can't,
which is not a bad shoulder to
yeah,
lay
it's
on.
not. It's not. But you can't have your whole offensive production resting on one dude. Johnny Hockey, by the way, from Boston College. Just didn't know if you knew that. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up a little bit early. Just now that we're all recapped, we will be back next week. I don't anticipate getting sick. So there's the horn. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Come down, check us out. Southside 17 rivalry night. He'll be behind bar. I'll be in front of it. Same as always. See you guys later.
Right now, man. But speaking of that jersey, just a complete different side note. Kevin Smith, huge hockey person.
Yeah,
awesome
you've seen his Silent Bob jersey.
His
Dude,
Silent Bob Blackhawk jersey is awesome.
He's retired the Edmonton colors. He actually announced that last week.
Yeah.
He's no longer wearing blue and orange. He has all those jerseys custom made, and from now on, it's going to be Blackhawks colors.
If you haven't seen it, maybe we'll be able to put it up here.
There it is.
Epic. It's just
So
awesome.